Hey guys, hope you're doing all right. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Diamondback glider. At least that's what I call it. And you'll see why. So let's get to it. Again, to do this origami, you're going to begin with a full-size sheet of paper. And I guess some people might not call paper airplane making origami, but that's what I would call it. I'm going to take this top corner, fold it all the way across. This was exactly like when we made a square. So I'm going to make sure that I've got a nice sharp point out here, lining up my edge before I crease that paper. I'm going to reinforce that crease with my thumbnail and my index fingernail. Open that up. And now I'm going to fold this corner across in a very similar way. So again, I'm focusing on making a nice sharp point here and lining up these two edges. There we go. Alright, so hopefully your piece of paper now has kind of this X across it. And this next step might be a little bit tricky. So what I do is I kind of grab the middle part of these large triangles, and I'm going to bring that center into this large house shape here. I'm going to bring that into the center there. You can kind of see that. Let me just show you that one more time. So I'm going to bring the centers of these large triangles into what will be the center of that house shape. And then this piece that's sitting on top, I just want to kind of collapse down. So I'm grabbing that little bit of I'm just going to kind of collapse it down. And I want the point here to be, again, nice and sharp. And I want the edges to line up before I begin reinforcing these creases. So hopefully you have something that looks like this. Going to take these, so there's like a little flap here and a flap here. I'm going to take this bottom right flap, and I'm just going to fold it up to what would be the roof of the house, or the top point there. If it's lined up there, then I know I can go ahead and make that crease, and I'm going to make that crease nice and sharp. Do the same thing on the other side. So you should have your 2 points kind of acting like that. Alright, now I'm going to take this edge and I'm going to fold it into that center line. And I'm holding the paper here so it doesn't kind of slip out like it sometimes is inclined to do. I want to line it up just right, make a nice sharp crease here. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this other side. So I'm going to fold this edge into that center line. Make that nice, clean fold. So hopefully you have what looks like a kite sitting on top of the house shape. I'm going to now take this, watch this step because it might look tricky, but I promise you it's not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this little bit of paper inside. And the easiest way that I have found to do that is to unfold it. So I'm going to unfold it once, I'm going to unfold it twice. Now I'm just going to fold that little triangle over. Then I fold it right back up. So it kind of made this guy disappear. So I'll show you that one more time now. I'm going to zoom my camera in just a little bit so you guys can see that better. So I want to make this little flap of paper go away. I'm going to unfold this once. I'm going to unfold it twice. And now I'm going to take that little triangle there and just fold it over. Once I've done that, I'm now going to fold it back up. So once, twice, and now I have folded those little triangles. They've disappeared on this. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to take this triangle that is kind of on the top here, the top part of the kite. I'm just going to fold it over. I'm going to make that crease nice and sharp. Because there's multiple layers of paper here, that's kind of, you got to press hard to get that one where you want it. I want to point out now that there's a little pocket here inside both sides of this triangle shape. So there's a little pocket there. And basically want to make this whole back section kind of tight and not, no parts will be kind of flapping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this corner here, I'm going to do this on both sides, and I'm just going to tuck it into this little pocket. So you can watch me do that. So now it'll just, like I said, there's no loose flaps, no loose parts to the back of this. Do the same thing with this side. So the pocket is here. You might open it up a little bit before you bend the paper and just kind of tuck that in. So now you have a glider. So this is kind of what it looks like on the top of it. I generally hold it by the triangle piece here at the back, and I throw it in this direction. I will sometimes adjust so you can see. I'm just going to fold over. This is kind of the side of the wing, and I'll sometimes fold that twice. Something about this helps the glider to fly straighter in some cases. It'll do kind of loop-de-loop patterns, but that's just a little. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side, and my goal is to try to make the two sides about the same width. And then, so once I've kind of folded those, I generally just kind of pull them up a little bit so that they sit a little more square. And there you have the Diamondback glider. Thanks for watching.